one thing you have to keep in mind is that public speaking it's not something you're born with. Not something that many people are born with. It's a learned skill, just like driving or playing the piano. You need some help, you need some guidance, and you need some time to learn. But what I'm going to do today is I want to give you 3 great ways to fight the fear of public speaking. These are pretty easy too, I think you'll agree. First, pick a topic you know about. If you pick a topic that you know about, if you freeze up like I did, at least you can say something about it. And it's something that you have an interest in, so you've got probably a lot to talk about. As for myself, I can talk about the movies, the UFC, or books all day long. You'd have to stop me. So pick a topic you know about. Number 2. This is also pretty simple. It's the Boy Scouts motto, but it's a little bit changed up. It's be over-prepared. Okay? That means know your speech inside and out. It doesn't mean you have to memorize it, but know it so well so that it doesn't seem that you're reading it. You can refer to your pages. You can take up cue cards or notes if you want to, but you should really be over-prepared. Number 3, which is also very, very easy, is use the rule of 3. 3 is a magical number in a lot of ways, but here especially, I'll explain this in a second. Okay, the rule of 3, what I mean by it is make sure your speech has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay? It seems very simple. And if you think about it, every good book, movie, play, article even, beginning, middle, and an end. So what you're going to do in the beginning is you're just going to introduce the topic you're going to talk about. And in the middle, you're going to talk about that topic. And then in the end, you're going to wrap it all up. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, so beginning, middle, and end. It's as simple as that, okay? If you can do those 3 things, half your fear or more should be gone. Now let's move on to another method of overcoming your fear. Toastmasters. What is Toastmasters? Well, not many people know, but Toastmasters is the biggest non-profit educational institution in the world. It's got over 13,000 clubs all over the world, and at least 100 right here in Toronto. And number 1 out of the 100, of course, Liberty Village. Goes without saying. What Toastmasters does is it helps you improve 3 things. Again, 3 comes up a lot in life. 1, it helps you on your communication skills, so interpersonal communication. Number 2, Toastmasters helps you with your leadership skills. And then number 3, of course, helps you with your public speaking skills. Many people people think that Toastmasters is only about public speaking, but it's not. These three go very well together. How does Toastmasters do this? Well, the approach is very ingenious and it's actually quite simple. When a new member joins up at Toastmasters, they're given a manual to go by. The manual is called the Competent Communicator Manual. This manual has 10 different assignments. Each assignment is a speech. And the thing is, each one of these speeches has an objective. And the objectives build one on the other. So, for example, the first speech, first assignment is called the icebreaker. All you have to do is come up here and speak for a few minutes about the subject that you probably know more about than anyone else, that is you. Okay? Come up here for a couple minutes, talk about yourself. No other rules apply. I'd like to put it into parentheses, don't bore us, but it's not in the manual. The second assignment is also very simple. It's called Organize Your Speech. In it, you're introduced to the basic concepts of just putting together a basic speech. Something like the rule of three, beginning, middle, and end, and of course a little bit more than that. And of course, it builds on what you did in the first one. Third one is have a point. Okay, so you're going to come up here and talk about something. Doesn't matter what, but just make some sort of point and focus your entire speech towards that point. And then each of them from there on until number 10 build on the last skill until when you get to the 10th, you have a very good understanding of public speaking and communication skills. And of course, you get a nice little standing ovation at the end of that 10th speech if you get there, and you get one of these guys. Nice to have. Helps with the ladies. So, now keep in mind, there are no people with whips at the club. Go at your own pace program. So there are some people who will do an assignment / speech once every 3 to 6 months. There are people that will do it once every month. And then there will be some show-offs, like a couple of people that we have in this room that will do one every week. I'm not going to name names. But some Toastmasters like to do that. Also, new members are assigned a mentor who helps them and guides them throughout 10 speeches. And that also helps quite a bit. It's always good to have someone there to help you write it, or perhaps just throw some ideas at you, or watch as you rehearse your speech. You also get the opportunity to watch and learn from just seeing other seasoned pros up here. Because at every single meeting that you go to, you're going to be seeing people that are ahead of you in the process. And watching people that are better is one of the best ways to learn. So, I want to recap. We've learned a few things here. We learned that several years ago I went down in flames at a speech contest. We've also learned a few tips on dealing with fear of public speaking. Is it called glossophobia or something? Glossophobia. And lastly, we've learned a little about Toastmasters. I want to end off by saying that each one of you has the potential to come up here and speak well. But fear is a very real issue. And although you now know a few tips to deal with it, the best way to deal with fear is to fight back with Toastmasters.
you.